Hello everyone. Today we are here again for an Excel learning class. Okay, so today it's a special request from one of my viewers, which who wants to know about the slicer tool, which is present on and above 2010 Excel. Okay, so those who are using 2007 or any version of Excel which is less than 2010 might not be able to use this tool because it is not present in the earlier versions of Excel. It was introduced on 2010 Excel, and even in 2013 it still exists, right? So let's just move forward to see how exactly it works. So now I have a small table out here which gives a brief description about the number of items sold per month and what were the items that were sold, right? So it's the items were pencil, eraser, plain notebook, A4 sheet, bundle, and geometry box, right? And the months that we are going to see the data for are January, February, and March. So it's a kind of a quarterly data for the items sold and the number of items sold, in fact, right? So how exactly a slicer tool works? Okay, so it's a mystery, a kind of a mystery as of now. Let's go through. So a slicer tool, we cannot just use it for any normal situation. Like if I just want to use a slicer tool for this section or this table, we cannot do it because the slicer tool is always connected with the pivot table. And I hope every one of you is must aware of pivot table, what exactly it is. So let's just go and make a pivot table now. So now let's select the data out here like this and just go to insert. Okay, you get the option pivot table out here. Let's just click it. Okay, now we got it. So you don't have to do any kind of modification in this create pivot table box or dialog box because the range is already selected by you, that is this one, and the location of the pivot where you need it is already mentioned out here. If you want to change it, you can change it, however it's not exactly necessary. So let's just do it. So this is the pivot table which is empty as of now because you have not selected any of the data in the fields below. So let's just drag few things out here. Let's put the item out here. Okay, we've done it. This is the first month, second month, and the third month. And if you just look at this particular data, it looks quite familiar to the data out here because it's the alignment or the arrangement of the data points are the same, right? You can just change the alignments by using these values out here, which will not be there obviously, and the I would say the filters out here, which is not exactly necessary. Okay, so now as you already have this data out here, so let's just try to analyze these data with a slicer tool. So you can go to the analyze button, and then there is a slicer insert slicer point out here. Just let's go there. It's a kind of a tongue twister though. Okay, so you have the items out here, the month of January, month of February, and the month of March, right? So I'm just aligning it properly, and now what you can do is select the entire pivot table with Control A and then press Alt F1. I'll just give it again. It's Alt plus F1. Right, so you get the chart out here. That's a normal bar chart, right? So select it again, just move it a bit to the right. Yes, we got it. Okay, so now you can see a bar chart out here and these weird boxes. So what exactly are these weird boxes? Because it highlights the point wherein above which the mouse is being hovered, right? So let's just try to check what exactly this is. Okay, once I click on the A4 sheet bundle, it gave me something like this. The chart changed. That seems amazing. So how exactly it is happening? What happens is if I just move it, this slicer tool is exactly linked to the pivot table as I mentioned earlier, and changes the data or slices the data as per the selection that we are doing out here. So now let's just go through how. Let's just see how, in fact. So if I just select the eraser option out here, it only gives me the data for the eraser sales, right? And similarly, when it just removes the rest of the data, then obviously the chart which is with because this chart is linked to the pivot table, right? And then the chart also changes because there is no other data except the eraser. Similarly, if you just select the geometry box, it gives you this thing, right? So let's just make the chart a bit more explanatory. Let's add some callouts out here. Yes, we've got it all. Because, but when you see this in a merged way, this seems really very messed up because we cannot even understand what exactly is written because everything is overlapping one another. So let's just see with the A4 sheet bundle. Now, so this is what we are looking for. So we have the chart which shows the total sales in January, February and March, which is out here in the legends, right? And similarly the bar charts appear out here. So you can do the same thing with the pie chart, only the only thing that changes is the chart and rest of it remains the same. So other than this one, we can what we can do is once we remove the filters, you can see which product was sold. I would say which product was in maximum demand. That is in out here it's 1500 pieces were sold of which product. We cannot say it because it's just boxes. Once you click on it, you can see it was the pencil which was sold 1500 pieces on the month of March. So this is how you can just slice the data in order to check various aspects for the same. Okay, and without any hassle, you can also just create it. So let's just make this sheet a bit attractive. What we can do is just press Alt W VG. That just erases sorry, that just erases all the grid lines and it's just a plain sheet now. And to be just what you can do is you can just also adjust the zoom of this page, which in turn you can give it as 82%, which will make the screen a bit smaller, the image a bit smaller. I'm doing this just because this data is just dealing with 3 different columns, right? However, there might be data wherein you have to deal with 18 different columns and you might have more number of slicer options out here, or the chart might be quite large so that it is very uneven or uneasy to view it in a simple page like this, right? So this is how it works. Okay, and if you have any queries right now, if you're trying to make it on your own computer, pausing this video side by side, if you have any queries or if you're not able to do it, what you can do is you can just mention the mention the question or the query in the comment. What I'll do is I'll try to get it solved and just post a video for the same, or else what I'll do is I'll just like answer your query in the comment itself. All right, so it is very nice. It's like a very handy thing that we have in Excel. So, and do remember that it is only available in Excel 2010 or above. Okay, so nowadays you can just download Excel like application or the setup from any of the torrent sites. However, it's not exactly what we need to do. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video, and do like this video or mention it in the comments if you have any queries. Thank you so much. Bye bye.